So as a man, how do you expect me to bank on that? Buzzword, buzzword. Hey guys, welcome to our channel. If you are new, if you are not new, welcome back, Sugar and Spice family, Sugar and Spice gang. Today we will be reviewing the Ready to Love reunion part 2, the finale. The finale that is finished. That's all. Before we get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell, so you get notified whenever we do new videos. Make sure you follow us on all our socials so you can keep up with us at Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. And last but not least, before we get into the video, our subscriber of the week, Tatiana, thank you for watching. You're one that we always see in our comments, chatting it up with us, and we appreciate you. We thank you so much for watching. We thank you so much for taking time out of your day to comment and chat with us, and we hope you keep doing it. And we hope you enjoy this video. So then we pick right back up where we left off, where Tommy is asking Kyra, are you still interested in AJ? She says that as of right now, no, she's not interested in AJ. She just feels like their relationship is just way too hard. It's not gelling at all. She also said that they're friends, and if he wants to pursue something, then he knows how to do it. Girl, why do y'all keep leaving the door open? Why y'all keep leaving space open for these dogs to get in the doggy door? Yeah. Close that doggy door up, girl. Don't leave it an open-ended question. Don't put a question mark, put a period on it. Yeah. Nope. Not interested. No, thank you. So then we run into this guy, Troy, again. They do a montage of him kissing everybody, offering up everybody trips. You get a trip, you get a trip, you get a trip. So then Tommy says, Troy, how many people did you offer trips to? Two. He don't know. I thought it was 2. You don't know, Troy. Raise your hand if Troy offered you a trip. About 3 hands was raised. Okay. Failed that test. Raise your hand if Troy kissed up on you. This is even worse. 5 hands. Like, yo, half the cast. Tommy said you didn't kiss half the cast. Oh my gosh. See, Tommy, I had a small amount of time to make a connection. The way he said it. So you had to kiss everybody? You thought kissing everybody on the daggone cast was going to make a connection? So then Tommy asks Troy, have you learned anything from this process? Troy says, well, I learned to be careful about what I do, especially when it's being filmed on camera. And it's like, boy, especially when it's being filmed on camera. Tommy's like, what about in regular life? Oh, well, you know, in regular life, my private life is my private life. I don't move like this in my private life. Amber's like, but you said kissing on the cheek and all this stuff is your signature move. You didn't even remember when you did that with Alexis. Troy's like, oh, yeah, you know, it's more like a greeting kind of thing. When I did that with Alexis, and it's like, but it wasn't a greeting kind of thing when you was kissing at the dang mixer. Like, you were literally trying to put your lips on people's foreheads. So we're just gonna keep changing the story to make you look less creepy. Okay, Troy. But Tommy cuts him off, and he's like, yeah, you owned up to it, right, Troy? And Troy's like, yeah, you know, you just gotta own up to it. Guilty as charged. I know Tommy is like, y'all are giving me a headache. I'm trying my best to make y'all look like decent human beings. Over 50, acting like this. So then we move into a montage of Andrea and her dang on cat, Egypt. And we finally solve the mystery of the cat. The cat is found. Everybody's happy. Y'all don't care. Meow. Next. What, really? What? We don't care about the cat. We're glad it's found, girl, because, you know, if I lost my dog, I'd be crying, but. Anyway, she looked great. She was probably like the best dressed. The hair looked great. She just looked beautiful. Makeup, everything was on point with her. Beautiful.
Moving on. So then we go to a montage of Jason and Kyra. You know, them talking about mental health, them kissing and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So then Tommy asks, basically, you know, where did it go left? And we go through this whole roller coaster of emotions where Jason's like, well, Kyra didn't make a choice. And Kyra's like, well, if you already made a choice, you should have just told me that. And we wouldn't be having this conversation.
So Jason tries to explain pretty much where he came from when he was pressuring Kyra about making a decision at the tennis court. He says, after the tennis court, there was a deliberation. So I'm trying to tell Kyra, we already at the end. So as a man, how do you expect me to bank on that? Buzzword, bank on that? Bank on what? I thought we was talking about our feelings and how you actually felt. Why are you banking on anything anybody else does? So then right when he says that, he knows he messed up. So then he follows that up with, on top of that, I already have a connection with Liz. What are you talking about on top of that? That doesn't go together.
It doesn't.
So you're literally just trying to erase what you just said and try and put Liz in the forefront now because you know that you just made a mess. So you got to clean it up a little bit because you're showing yourself too much. It just shows that Jason is the one who is really being strategic.
Playing the game.
This whole thing could have been avoided if at the tennis court you said, my decision is made up. I chose Liz. But then you're going to say and play it off and be like, by the end of that, I was just curious. I just wanted to see what you were doing.
That doesn't even make any sense.
What are you talking
if you
about?
Off into the sunset with Liz, why do you give a crap what Kyra got going on?
Because you was just curious? You're going to really lie?
This whole argument between you and Kyra about, well, you didn't tell me you made a decision. All of that is null and void if you just be honest, Jason, and say, Kyra, you were my first choice.
Yes.
Which is why you said, well, I couldn't bank on your maybe, so that's why I went with Liz.
Yep.
If you just be honest and say, Kyra was my first choice, she wasn't giving me a yes, so I went with Liz. But he's so hell-bent
on keeping up the lie.
Keeping up this lie that he told Liz that he made that decision weeks ago. I already been knew that you was the one for me, girl. You're so hell-bent on trying to make Liz feel comfortable that she wasn't second choice.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure she said in her confessional, I don't like how Kyra trying to make it seem like I'm number 2 over here. So I'm sure she's probably brought that up to you.
Yeah.
And in an effort to try to make her feel comfortable, you came up with this whole lie in your head.
Yeah.
We saw you. Do you know you're on camera? We saw you at the ranch going back and forth with Kyra. I need a decision. I need to know what's going on. We saw you at the ranch talking to Tommy. Trying to make a decision. You know what? I'm going to go with Liz because she been there for me.
How's she been there for you when you was literally just talking to Kyra about mental health, depression, since like day 2 of y'all like dating?
You was over here talking to your friends, talking about Liz's stiff.
So then Tommy interrupts them because they're getting a little too spicy. You know, they getting a little caliente over there. And they're not going nowhere. They're talking in circles. And they go on a break. And then Liz and Jason come together and it's like, you did a good job. You made valid points. You did so good.
I don't know. Liz is just great, just smoothing over the fact that he lied. He admitted, which is weird to me, you admitted to Kyra on your meetup after Kyra came back from the dead that, you know, you had lied about picking Liz weeks ago. And then you come on the reunion and it's like, yeah, I already made my choice. Again, did you forget you're on camera? And Liz, you just gonna act like you didn't see that?
You just gonna brush right over that?
And then you go to Liz's corner and she's like, you know, it was like you're a boxer and you came back to your corner and she's there with the towel like, you did good. Yeah, you made really valid points. What valid point? What valid point did he make, Liz? Which one?
I'm still waiting for it. Because the only thing I saw was more lies on lies on lies.
That part.
Just tell the truth. And like Sugar said, if he would just be honest and this is what happened. Kyra had my attention. She didn't want to make a choice. So then she lost my interest and she lost my attention. And then I decided to give more attention to Liz. From that point, once I said Liz, all my focus went to Liz and I put all my energy into getting to know her more. Come to find out, we actually have a great connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that something great really can come of me and Liz being together.
The same way Kyra said, yeah, I focused completely on Jason and then that wasn't working out. So I switched over to AJ.
Just like that.
It's not hard.
Conversation over.
I ain't gonna lie, Kyra did seem very pressed.
She was.
I definitely feel like I said in the other review, she was just attracted to AJ and she felt like Jason had pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
And then once Jason was eliminated from the equation, she realized like, I don't even really like AJ like that for real.
Yeah.
So now I feel like there might be a little bit of regret. Like, dang, I should have chosen Jason because AJ ain't it.
So then we do a montage of David and Stacy. And after this montage plays, Tommy asks David, do you think this whole thing was blown out of proportion? And David's like, you know it was. It was completely blown out of proportion. He's like, so do you feel like you still need the passwords though? And David's like, listen, I just need full transparency. I just need disclosure. I don't need the passwords. I just need your heart.
Boy, if you don't get out of here, who are you trying to fool?
Oh my gosh.
You know you look the whole fool and now you're trying to clean it on up.
So do you need the passwords or not? Like you need full transparency, you need full disclosures, but you don't need the passwords? You sure?
Tommy asked Stacy, why did you feel like that was a red flag? She says, well, nothing was established yet, you know. In a relationship, you know, you build a friendship, then you build trust.
Right.
And he just came in guns blazing, making all types of demands, talking about, I want your passwords. That was weird to me. That's a red flag. I was talking about in a marriage.
You was talking about in a marriage, okay.
David, stop lying. Just accept the fact that you look crazy on TV and just move on with your life.
He don't. He says we did a disservice to people because they didn't really get a good understanding of what the message was about.
David, do you think you're on a pulpit? You preaching in church? What message?
What are you
You're
trying
on a show having a one-on-one conversation with this woman that you're trying to date.
Right.
What message
are you trying to convey to the world? Like, what? Like,
no, what you meant was, dang, I look crazy as heck on TV. So now I'm going to try to clean it up by saying, oh, there was a misunderstanding. What I meant was in a marriage. No, you did not say that. One, you try to flip it on Stacy. Are you the type of girl that, like, you know, need your man's passwords and stuff?
I hope y'all caught that. He tried to lead with a question to Stacy instead of just stating how he feels about it.
And then flipped it and said, well, would you mind if I had all your passwords?
No wonder Stacy was thrown off. And then they do a little survey around the room. And then Tommy says, in a marriage, are you comfortable sharing your passwords? And I just want to highlight that Amber just threw her hand up last second.
You saw that, right? After Chris threw his hand up.
You know?
She's so agreeable. Every time Chris says something, she just want to go with the flow. She'll stay one
said yes? Oh, I say yes too.
Exactly.
What is this?
Girl, bye. And then David's just over there in the corner, smiling hard as heck, like the daggone cat from freaking Alice in Wonderland, looking crazy as heck because he thinks that, oh, his point is made and now he's vindicated.
Oh my gosh. So then Tommy goes and says, you know, do you think that, you know, if y'all had the discussion that y'all had now, back then, do you think that you would have been able to move forward in the right direction? And Stacy's like, yeah, I think so. Here go David. You know, T, I said that though. I said that, T. I said in the marriage. Why do you feel so convicted to have to explain yourself? It's okay. It's the past. We can't change the past. Just say yes or just say no. Like, that's it.
Then you're going to be condescending, talking about it's about active listening. Yeah. We have all seen how David acts. You know he wasn't like, oh, okay, I can wait till after we're married to get them passwords, girl.
No, you was not waiting for marriage. You want them right now. So stop lying.
So then we go through the video montage of Joelle and Vernicia. And then after it ends, Tommy said, I can't help but notice the distance between y'all on the couch.
Arms is folded.
Vernicia got arms folded. It's a little tension. What's going on? Vernicia says 2 weeks after filming, he just changed. He just completely switched it up on me.
He don't call me no more. We don't talk on the phone no more. We don't, we used to wake up on the phone. We used to go to sleep on the phone. He completely downplayed our relationship to other people. And we not intimate no more.
Anybody ask you for all that information? Could have kept that to yourself. Raise your hand if you knew that Joelle was going to act a daggone fool after this show.
Y'all raise your hand, please.
We seen it coming.
We did.
So Vernicia says that, you know, we were going a certain pace during filming. Like Spice said, they woke up, you know, talking to each other. They went to lunch. They waited for each other while one was filming their confessional. They were just always together. So she figured that once the show ended, we would just continue at the same pace.
Yep.
She says that Joelle just slowed down. Not only did he slow down, he tried to make it seem like she was moving too fast, not that he slowed down.
I smell a gaslight.
Definitely a gaslight.
So now it's Joelle's turn to speak. So he says, he opens up with the exception of Andrea and Ida because they got eliminated really early. I had everybody's number on the cast. So, you know, I'm really out here. I'm just trying to be friends with everybody. V interjection. She's like, yeah, see, he just wants to be friends with everybody. He wants to be friends with everybody more than he wants to spend time with me. Joelle continues, and then he says, let Vernicia tell it. I'm dating Stacy. Vernicia explains, yeah, that's what word on the street is, that you're dating Stacy. And not only that, Stacy asked you, do you have a girlfriend? And you said that you don't. So let you tell it. You single out here in these streets.
Joelle says that, picture it, he's hanging out with Stacy and Chrysanthemum. They say, so how's it going with your little girlfriend? And he says, I don't have a girlfriend. And, who you talking about? Oh, Vernicia? Oh, we're just taking our time. Then he goes on to say, but I didn't downplay the relationship. I just said you weren't my whole girlfriend after I already told you that we were dating exclusively and that, you know, we're taking our time. So it's like, granted, I do feel like Vernicia wasn't paying attention to the red flags. She went in head first. But I also, and that she might have been a little extra.
She was.
Acting a little jealous.
She was.
But I also feel like this is what happens when you do ignore red flags. You deal with someone who doesn't care about you as much as you care about them, and then you come out of your character. Right. Maybe normally Vernicia is not as, you know, when she's with somebody who stands up for her and who reciprocates the love that she's giving, maybe she's not so jealous, crazy, or but insecure. When you have someone that's gaslighting you, when you have someone who's saying one thing to your face and then going behind your back to other people in the cast and saying other things, and then it comes back to you, now you feel like you're just one big joke. You feel embarrassed, you feel ashamed, and you also feel like this person that you laying with, sleeping with, all together with all the time, now you don't even have my back. So now I'm on guard and I'm on attack mode. Right. So it's like, I get, you know, her reactions to everything, because it's like, oh, where did Amber come from? Talking about, yeah, I went and told Joelle that Vernicia said. Granted, Vernicia shouldn't have been saying, well, you can't be going to lunch with him alone. What is this? That was a little lot. That was a lot. Yeah. But also, Amber, if Vernicia did say that to you and you guys had that conversation and you feel like you told her, like, oh, that's a lot. Like, you know, we was all on the cast together. We all cool. I got Chris. It ain't that type of time. Right. Why did you then feel the need to go to Joelle like that? Your girl tripping.
That was the part that was messy. Because I was with Amber like, okay, Vernicia overreacted, but why are you going to tell Joelle?
What purpose was that going to serve?
So then Tommy says, you know, Joelle, we talked about this before. We talked about communication. Is this what's going on right now? Is this kind of what's happening right now? Joelle's like, nah, that's exactly not what's happening right now. And Tommy says, well, do you care about this woman? And he's like, yeah, I care about her. Yeah, I care about her. And he's like, okay, so where do we go from here? He's like, to be honest with you, Tommy, I step back. V says, we step back from each other.
We see each other. We see each other.
Then Joelle blurts out to the world, well, let me just say one thing, Tommy. Vernicia, did you not say in front to me one time, if you see somebody in my face, you gonna slap them one good time? Bruh.
Why would you blurt that out to the whole cast?
Are you insane? What purpose does that serve, bringing that up right now? So you're trying to antagonize her in front of a room full of people and on camera right now. So that you could get her to act out of character, so that you can feel like the way that you view her is the way that you want everyone else to view her, so everyone else, so that you don't have to be the bad guy. Like, why are you trying to manipulate this situation?
That it's not that Joelle had me thinking we had something going on.
No.
And was over here kiki and having all these outside conversations.
And that's another thing. Vernicia says, Joelle hears stuff about me and then he never brings it to me. He changes his opinion of me and then he treats me different. That's the poor communication, Joelle. Tommy says, is there any way we can mend this relationship? V says, I don't know. Joelle says,
again. Why are y'all leaving the door open? Let me tell you something. When you realize, this is a PSA. When you realize that this person does not have your best interest at heart, they're gaslighting you, man or woman.
Bringing out the worst in you.
Bringing out the worst in you, taking you out of your character, putting you in uncomfortable situations, making you feel insecure.
There's nothing else to
push him out the door and close it.
Just leave it alone.
It should be I don't know. Maybe if I could know. He's shown you his character. In the words of the great and late Maya Angelou, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Exactly.
That's it and that's all.
So then they go on break. Vernicia is crying in the background. It seems like Joelle feels bad a little bit about what happened, but Vernicia is just completely distraught. And DJ is trying to save this and trying to be like, I'm rooting for you. No, don't root for them. Joelle don't want it. If he don't want it, then it don't need to be nothing. You don't gotta
trying to force this
I don't need nobody to feel forced to be with me.
Did y'all not see what just happened?
Okay. So then we go through a montage of Liz and David.
David.
Wow.
David.
WTF, bruh?
Why would you not let Liz speak at this particular time? That was wrong.
Actually, it wasn't T. It's a lot that goes behind that.
Well, but no, I'm sorry. The lady invites you to come out. She's finna talk to you. I got to side with this whole you trying to quit before you get fired. That's what it looked like. You ran out of there.
Tommy's like, all right, enough of that. What makes you think that it was okay to bring up Liz kissing Jason in front of your friends? Liz tries to explain what happened. David interrupts and says that's a lie. David says the context in which it was brought up is the lie. So David's explanation is, I didn't say, did you kiss Jason again? What I said was, Liz is a really honest person and she kissed Jason and she called and she told me right away. Isn't she a great honest person, guys? Isn't that such a good honest person? David, now you know you lying.
And what? There's no way that you can bring that up in front of your friends with Liz sitting there and try to spin it some kind of nice way to make her look good.
How?
Why do they need to know that even?
Right.
That was a conversation between you and her, just her being transparent.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just said, if you wanted to brag about how honest she was, Liz is so honest. Full stop.
That's it.
Liz is so forthcoming. Full stop.
Period.
David came on here trying to be his own PR agent.
Okay.
He was like, I'm finna spin it and fix it. But you ended up making yourself look worse.
Yes, because then you try and say that she called me after she found out that I had not said her name at the deliberation. She tried to call me on some, I heard that you didn't say my name and in deliberation. And then he was like, after that, I don't play that. I'm too mature for that. So after that, that's when I decided to remove myself. Tommy's like, no, that's not when you decide to remove yourself. That's when you decide to come to me and let me know that you removed yourself. It goes through me first.
If you knew right then and there, in that moment, that you removed yourself, why would you go meet Liz? That didn't make no sense. We don't believe you need more people. Like, what are you talking about?
Tommy then goes to say, I feel like it's unfair because you took Andrea on a date. You took Stacy on a date. You expressed to them that they're not ready to love. They sat there. They didn't like it, but they took it. And then it's your turn and you don't allow Liz to speak. And that's exactly what happened. So now David gives her an apology based on how she felt. Liz, I want to genuinely apologize on how you took it because I can't change how you felt. I can't change how it was received. I can't change.
Shut up! Talking about
OMG. So then Liz is like, it's all love, David. I accept your apology. And then David starts walking up to give her a hug, talking about some no cash talk, Liz. I sincerely apologize. Boy, if you don't go
trying to kiss her on the cheek, she's like, okay, that's enough.
Come on.
You're doing a lot.
So then they go on the break. And then Jason, I don't know where he came from, but he flew down to where Liz was. And then they like fist bumping. And it's like, you did good, baby. Yeah. Like, come on.
Like a big brother alliance.
What is going on? All right, so then we go through a montage of Liz and Jason. And, you know, they're close. They're like, you know, hands on Jason's lap. Tommy says, you know, what works for you two? Liz answers and she says, you know, honesty, consistency, his pursuit of me. And I'll give Jason that. Jason knows how to be intentional when he pursues a woman. And he does make you feel like, you know, you're very important. And he gives you that reassurance. So, you know, I understand where Liz is coming from with that response. Then Tommy says, what about you, Jason? And then Jason says, to be honest, Liz knows how to be pursued. I'm used to dating women who don't know how to be pursued, who don't know how to act when I'm pursuing. And it's just like, just say, Kyra, just leave her alone.
You over here trying to post up the clip.
Listen.
Man, if you don't, he asked you what works for you and her. He didn't say what doesn't work, what didn't used to work. Why are you doing that?
Jason continues to say, afterwards, they didn't miss a beat. Things actually sped up. They're in a great place. And then Tommy asks, you know, I see you guys are real comfortable over there. You're very affectionate. How's intimacy? And Liz says they're intimate. You know, they're affectionate. They kiss and hug. But her standards are still her standards. And Jason says, you know, I'm never going to put her in a situation to make her feel uncomfortable. I respect her. If we going a little too far, I'll be the one to actually stop it so that we don't go too far. And, you know, he respects her values. So then Liz concurs everything Jason says. And she says, you know, I feel safe with Jason. And then Tommy says, so are you guys in a relationship? And Jason, he's looking down. He's stuttering. A relationship? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, we in a relationship. So this whole time that you guys have been talking and being intimate and respecting boundaries and high-fiving and fist bumping, and so y'all never established y'all was in a relationship? Because that was definitely a second thought once Tommy asked the question. Y'all never talked about this?
Interesting.
So then we go through final words and future plans. And pretty much Alexis says her king will come. AJ says he knows what he's doing now. He's going to make steps in the right direction. KG says that he feels like he has redemption now. And he's happy now. And I just thought redemption was a weird choice of words because redemption, like, you should feel like you have a true connection now. You should feel like your life is going in the positive direction now, that you finally got what you've been looking for, not redemption. Like, that's just me. Then Liz and Jason says, we're exclusively dating.
Which you just found out 5 minutes ago.
Okay, now he wants to say it with some So Tommy says, you know, he hopes he hears Weather Bell soon, and next season they go into DC. Also, I don't know if y'all caught this, Troy hunts down Tommy and he's like, yo, DC, you might wanna bring me back for next season. No, Troy, we don't need to bring you back for next season. Leave Tommy alone. Like, go sit down. But that's it, guys. That's it, guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed this video. It's the reunion part 2. No more Ready to Love Houston.
Now that we're done with Ready to Love Houston, we will be giving you a nice little variety of different videos, some story times, some interesting little things that, you know, will help you get to know us a little better.
Yeah.
Also, we will be picking up Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yes.
In July. Well, it is July.
Next week.
Next week. So look for that.
Yes. And as always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share. When you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can know when we drop a new video. We noticed we got some new subscribers in the house. Don't be afraid to get in these comments. Introduce yourself.
Don't be scared.
Let us know what your thoughts are. Talk to us. Let us know if you agree. Let us know if you disagree. And this is another thing we want to let you guys know. If you guys disagree with us, it's all love.
As long as you do it respectfully.
Yeah.
If you don't jump in the comment section hurling insults, everyone's not going to agree.
Right.
You know, we just want to keep it respectful.
Yeah.
You know, we review the shows. We talk about life and relationships and things like that.
Yes.
And it's just a positive, healthy discussion.
Yeah, it's very lighthearted. It's nothing like what we say is fact. It's just our opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys have opinions, we want to hear about it. So, you know, we ain't trying to fight nobody.
Listen. Not if you buck.
Okay.
That's why we gotta switch our names, because I ain't sugar no more.
Oh, Lord. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. #SugarSpice88, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.
Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
be, eat clean, alkaline,